Hello and welcome to my channel for news about reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. Outdaughtered star Danielle Busby gave fans a glimpse into what her life looks like when Adam isn't around. She revealed that she and her husband recently split up, putting some extra responsibilities. Keep reading to get all of the details and see what's going on in the Busby family's lives right now. Outdaughtered fans get a special look into the family's lives. While fans cannot watch new episodes of TLC's Outdaughtered right now, Adam and Danielle Busby are both active on social media. So, they post regularly on Instagram and also share videos on YouTube. Though this isn't the same as watching them on TLC, it still allows fans to stay in the loop about what is going on. Of course, fans especially love seeing new photos of the girls as they grow. They recently went back to school. Most recently, Danielle shared with fans what her life looks like now that she and Adam have gone their separate ways. Danielle Busby reveals she and Adam have split up. On her Instagram stories this week, Danielle shared a quick video of herself and her oldest daughter, Blake, 11. It sounds like their routine was a little shaken up because she and Adam split up for a bit. In the video, Danielle Busby says, "Alright, well, this morning, Blake, Daddy's in Colorado, so she had to ride with me early this morning to get to school, go to school right after school. We have enough time for a little Starbucks." It sounds like Danielle had to drop off the Quints, Parker, Riley, Hazel, Olivia, and Ava at school and then head back to take Blake. So, Blake likely had an earlier start to her day than she usually does. But she got lucky with a one-on-one trip to Starbucks with her mama. Below, you can watch the video of Blake and Danielle in the car together. Along with sharing the video, the mom of 6 wrote, "Thank goodness for sunglasses #scaryface." You can check out her sunglasses look in the video. Fortunately, this split was only temporary. It looks like Adam and Danielle Busby's marriage is still going well, but they do separate from time to time due to various trips for both business and pleasure. So, are you glad to see Blake and Danielle Busby getting some one-on-one quality time together? Sound off in the comments section below, and come back to Reports for USA for more news about TLC's Outdaughtered. Danielle Busby had always been a force to be reckoned with. As the mother of 6 daughters, including America's only all-girl quintuplets, she had built a life that was as busy as it was fulfilling. But as she stepped into the next chapter of her life, everything was different. The spotlight that once shone on her family now illuminated her journey as a single mother, navigating the challenges and triumphs that came with starting over after her split from Adam. The decision to part ways hadn't been easy. It was the culmination of years of growing apart, the demands of raising 6 children, and the pressures of fame that had finally taken their toll. While the public had always seen the smiling, picture-perfect family on the screen, behind the scenes, Danielle and Adam struggled to keep their relationship afloat. When the decision was finally made, it was done with the hope that both of them could find happiness and peace, both for themselves and for their children. In the months following the separation, Danielle found herself on a path of rediscovery. She had been so deeply enmeshed in her roles as wife, mother, and reality TV star that she'd lost sight of who she was beyond those titles. Now, with Adam no longer by her side, she was determined to find out who Danielle Busby really was. Her days began early, as they always had, but now they carried a different energy. The chaos that once seemed overwhelming had now become a source of strength. Each day, she was reminded of the resilience that had always been within her, just waiting to be tapped into. With the girls back in school, Danielle had more time to focus on her business ventures. She had always been passionate about fitness and fashion, and now she was able to channel that passion into her clothing boutique, Grace & B. The boutique had been a joint project with Adam, but now it was all hers, and she was determined to make it thrive. Danielle threw herself into the business, finding solace in the creative process and the sense of accomplishment that came with each new collection. But it wasn't just work that filled her days. Danielle was also learning to embrace the simple joys of life that she had once taken for granted. She rediscovered her love for running, hitting the pavement each morning as the sun rose, feeling the stress of the day melt away with every mile. She spent more time with her friends, nurturing relationships that had taken a back seat during her marriage. Girls' nights out, weekend getaways, and spontaneous coffee dates became the norm, as Danielle found herself surrounded by a support system that uplifted her in ways she hadn't realized she needed. Of course, there were moments of doubt and loneliness. The house felt emptier without Adam's presence, and there were nights when the silence was deafening. But even in those moments, Danielle refused to let herself be consumed by sadness. She had her daughters to think about, and they were her greatest motivation. She wanted to show them that even when life didn't go according to plan, they could still thrive. They could still find happiness. Co-parenting with Adam was a new challenge, but both of them were committed to making it work for the sake of their daughters. They navigated the waters of shared custody with patience and understanding, always putting the girls' needs first. There were awkward moments, sure, like the first time they had to attend a school event together, or when the girls asked if they would ever get back together, but they handled it with grace. The focus was always on creating a sense of normalcy and stability for the children, even as they adjusted to their new reality. As the months passed, Danielle began to feel a shift within herself. She was no longer just surviving, she was thriving. The initial fears she had about being on her own were replaced with a newfound confidence. She had built a life that she was proud of, one that was filled with love, laughter, and purpose. And in the process, she had become a role model not just for her daughters, but for countless women who looked up to her as a beacon of strength and resilience. In many ways, the separation had been a catalyst for growth. It had forced Danielle to confront her fears and insecurities, to dig deep and find out what she was truly capable of. And what she discovered was that she was stronger than she ever imagined. She had the ability to create a life that was beautiful and fulfilling, even without a partner by her side. As she stood in the doorway of her home one evening, watching the girls play in the yard, Danielle felt a deep sense of contentment wash over her. The sun was setting, casting a warm, golden glow over everything. The laughter of her daughters filled the air, and in that moment, Danielle knew that everything was going to be okay. She had made it through the storm, and now she was standing in the light. Danielle Busby's journey was far from over, but she was ready for whatever came next. She had faced one of the toughest challenges of her life and come out the other side stronger.